Hello, everybody. Episode 8. I just kind of chuckled coming into this a little bit. I have a little funny mantra I could lock into before I start these so we can sync it up properly in the editing process. As you can tell, I'm a bit more low energy today. We're a bit more mellow. Maybe O'Neill can choose good enough music in the post edits to fit those vibes. What do we think, Big Dog? What do we think?
I don't know. Music will probably be what it is. Might change it up.
Well, maybe just might change it up. I think it's time to change it up. It's those vibes. Episode 8. Episode 8 because I'm about to eat here. No, not really. It's a lame episode, honestly. We're talking about more ice bullshit, because that's just what the news is on about, and at least that's just what I've seen. I mean, the next episode we have coming up is a little more spicy, so it'll be interesting to talk about that one. But for right now, journalists Don Lemon, Don Lemon, and Georgia Ford taken into custody after Minnesota church protest. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, Emil. I didn't really look into it that deeply. I just took it for what it was, because you know me. I just kind of I like to make my conclusions pretty quick. Like I kind of got my mind made up as soon as I read a headline, damn near. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean I don't read. It doesn't mean I don't get familiar with the situation. But I'm perhaps not as in depth. But I got the gist of it, and here's what I understand: is protesting at a church for again these because of these ICE agents and all of the mayhem and chaos that has ensued since we've deployed them, and he's just doing some reckless shit. I actually don't even know the details of why exactly he got arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually have no idea. But what I'll say is that protesting a religious center, a church, that's gotta be kind of unwise. It's not that's like there's a time and place for things, right? As you come in to understand living and experiencing this world, there's a time and place for certain things, and protesting at a church event where everyone's trying to get closer to God, which is essentially love. And if you're not actually protesting in a truly loving manner, and really protesting in a loving manner isn't really protesting, it's just educating and speaking truth. There should be no mockery, no putting down of people's character, you know what I mean? Like you're trying to save their face, or save their reputation, just as much as you're trying to save their soul, right? To change them. So, yeah, this guy's a moron. An idiot. It's tier 3 idiot. Just going into this church and causing a disruption, and apparently he got. This nigga got arrested, bro. Like, that sucks to suck, I guess. Skill issue, right? What do you think? What's your read on the situation?
Well, apparently one of the pastors was a lead for a ICE for an ICE office nearby. One of the pastors was actually a leader for it. And I believe that was the reason they chose a location. I also think the reason he decided on this action was to make a commotion, like to be seen more, you know.
Okay. Shit. So like, what exactly did he do even to get arrested? Do you got those details? Or do we need to discover this right now?
He stormed into the church. Him and I think there were some other people there, and they were very aggressive towards the people. that were in the church. Very
I
aggressive. He
see.
went up to the pastor and started asking a bunch of questions that the article said questions that are furthering his
Handsy type of aggression, or just verbal?
uh
Because I will admit that would complicate things a little bit
there was just
for me
gestures.
personally.
It's just gestures.
Just gestures. Shit.
I mean,
All
and
right.
so the actual charges is the actual charges is some crime against freedom of religion.
Interesting.
That's the actual
Really?
charge he was being hit
Interesting.
with. I think there was another one.
Huh.
I don't even have the article up right now.
Yeah, well. You know, I might actually have to say maybe it's a bullshit charge, actually. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It is.
I'm not gonna lie. Just knowing these facts, if there's really no handsy aggression or anything, well, and he's just spitting words, well, and you can't handle the heat and you got nothing to say, then it's like you're just against religious freedom. No. Let's not pull that card. So I do disagree with the arrest. Maybe to take him off the premise, maybe, I guess, but to arrest him and charge him for shit, it's a little much, right? But what I will
see, I don't actually know I don't actually know that he was the one doing the aggression. He might have been the one asking questions, but he was apparently there.
And then what? It led to other people
capacity
doing
as a
aggression.
journalist.
You think
He
maybe
claims he was
maybe
there
like
in the
leading it?
capacity of a journalist.
Sure. Well, shit. Either way, I don't think the church is the right place to do it anyway.
Probably not. Like I said, I told you the reason why he chose the location. Most likely reason he chose the location.
Sure, right. Yeah, no, it makes sense, sure, on those grounds. But again, it's just wrong place, wrong time. It's just you gotta know, you gotta be more strategic. You gotta think smarter about these things, you know?
Well, I also think it's the purpose was to be louder. I actually think there's going to be a lot more of this happening. Protesters trying to be loud enough.
Right. Well, I think the problem is that what's going to end up happening, Emil, is that it's going to end up generating a lot of hatred against Christians and Christianity. And while I do see how obviously there's much criticism to be said about it, it's just also there's a lot of wisdom in there that ends up getting trashed in the process when you're hating, right? Like let's be honest, engaging in a gay relationship is just it is ungenerative, it is inherently transactional. You are bonding over a false identity and a false shared purpose, and it's just not real love, right? It's not one you would want to model for children. And that is an angle a lot of people will take, with essentially hating religion and disregarding it. But, that is a very real truth, right? I mean, there's a reason Western birth rates are down. You understand?
Sure.
These things matter. People need to be responsible with their cock and balls and their and their vaginas. So, again, just if we're gonna protest, we gotta do it on grounds that make sense, and we gotta make arguments that make sense. And I think an argument that makes sense is the one I presented. You obviously need to reform the institution, right? You just need to have better training in place. That's a big step in the right direction. Also, there needs to be a recognition, again, that this country it needs to fix itself before it can take in more people. That is just a simple fact, a simple truth, and it needs to be recognized. Most Americans actually support the deportation, by the way.
I did not.
Yeah, I don't have the article. I could pull it up, so maybe you could pull it up instead. But just to look it up, fact checked me live. But most people want this to happen anyway. And with that being said, it just makes sense that we should. Yeah. It just makes sense then that we should. Man, I lost my train of thought. Make the training better, and also recognize that we need to fix ourselves at home before we can invite more guests into our home. It's just basic etiquette that we should have, right? Otherwise, we're just adding more chaos into this system, more mess, more problems we got to deal with and address, and it's just gonna distract us, right? The fact that he's calling them peaceful protesters is insane, though. First one, yeah. Second one, not so much. Not when you kick a law enforcement's car, no. Kick their tail light out? Oh, yeah. That'll get you in some hot water. Right into the slammer. Were you looking up what I said by the way, verifying it, or what was happening on your end? What's going on?
I'm listening. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, listening, got it. Well, yeah, I mean, just another unfortunate incident, and another moment where the temperature just seems to keep escalating. But again, we should be bringing it down. We should be making it better, because there is a solution to all these things. It's very simple. People just need to be amongst their own people and to recognize who they are and to love everyone for who they are. It's that simple. But of course, not a lot of people know who they are exactly, so we need to start defining what that looks like, right? We need to start helping people out on what that looks like. What does it actually mean to know yourself? Because, that's something Jesus said in the Bible, know thyself. So what does it mean to actually know thyself? And I am a person who actually embodies what it means to know thyself. So, in interrogating me and understanding me and me tearing out my bleeding heart for the world to see, we will get to understand what it means to know thyself. Play a little bit of follow the leader here, you know what I'm saying? That we can really pave a path forward out of this dark hour that we find ourselves in. Oh, I love America. What a great country. Want some lemonade?
Honestly,
Wish I had some lemonade. I could use some
brighter,
lemonade.
on brighter news, nobody died. Not this time.
Yeah. Yeah, this is how the outcomes should normally be, actually. If anything, start modeling this guy in some sense. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm like as aggressive as it is aggressive and like intrusive as it sounds. Getting in in, getting in the face of important things and asking questions is like I think that's as peaceful as aggressiveness can get.
Right. Well, they gotta start asking the right questions, though, and I'm gonna be the one to start asking those right questions. And many other people, because we're gonna need a lot of help. Can't do it alone. So yeah, I guess that just wraps up my thoughts on the Don Lemonade situation. Anything you want to add?
Um,
You said no, or
I'm thinking. I mean,
okay.
I think we can expect more attempts of people being loud in their protests
Yeah, I'm
in the
starting to
future. We can
realize
expect
this
more of
this
this.
ice situation is
I
definitely
I
gonna
rather
keep
hope
going.
that it continues with this example at the very least.
Right. That would definitely be better. It would definitely be better. All right, everyone. Well, that's it. We'll see. We'll see y'all next time.